So let's talk about how we talk to AI. Turns out it's way more than just typing in a question. It's a skill, really. You could even call it an art form. And today, we're going to show you how to get really good at it through something called prompt engineering. You know that feeling, right? You ask an AI for something, you're hoping for something brilliant, and what you get back is just, meh. It's bland, it's generic, it's totally unhelpful. Yeah, it's super frustrating, and honestly, it can make you wonder if these tools are even worth the hype. But here's the thing. The problem probably isn't the AI. And that brings us to the most important rule of all. Think of the AI like a mirror. The quality of what it gives you back is a direct reflection of what you put in. If you give it something vague and lazy, you're going to get something vague and lazy right back. But a really well-crafted input, what we call a prompt, that can unlock some absolutely incredible results. All right, here's the game plan for today. We're going to start with the anatomy of a great prompt. Then we'll level up your prompting game. After that, we dive into some pro-level engineering techniques. And we'll wrap it all up with your advanced AI toolkit, so you can start using this stuff immediately. Let's do it! Okay, first things first. Just like with any skill, you gotta start with the basics, the fundamentals. To get great at talking with AI, you have to understand the building blocks of a good instruction. So let's break down what a prompt actually is. So, what is a prompt, really? At its heart, it's just an instruction you give the AI to get a specific result. See, it's not just a question. It's more like a command, a request, and a bit of guidance all rolled into one. The better your instruction, the better the result you're going to get. It's as simple as that. Okay, I love this analogy. It's the best way to get your head around this. I want you to start thinking of yourself as a director. And the AI, that's your entire crew. A great director doesn't just show up on set and yell, "Action," right? No way. They come with a detailed script with notes on character, on lighting, on the mood. Your prompt, that is your creative brief for the AI. So what actually makes for a great creative brief, a great prompt? Well, our sources break it down into 5 key things. You've got to be specific, you've got to be clear, you need to provide context, you need to define the exact action you want it to take, and sometimes you need to set the sequence of how it should do it. If you can nail these 5 things, you are already way ahead of most people. Okay, with the fundamentals covered, it's time to really level up. We're moving on from just simple one-line requests. We're going to get into crafting powerful, structured prompts that get you dramatically better results. Just look at the difference here. This is what I'm talking about. On the left, you've got your basic prompt. Write an email. You know what you'll get? A boring, generic email. But now look at the right. We're giving the AI a role, act as a marketing expert, and we're giving it a structure. Use a hook, a story, and a call to action. The result you're going to get, it's literally night and day. This is that huge shift from just asking to actually directing. Okay, now we're getting to the really fun stuff, the pro-level techniques. These are the little secrets that expert prompt engineers use to get exactly what they want out of an AI. This is where you go from just using AI to truly directing it. So the source material for this explainer actually lists 20 of these best practices, which is a lot. We're going to zoom in on some of the most powerful ones, and we're going to jump in with number 12 on their list because it's the perfect next step from what we just saw. It's called a system prompt. And this first one, it's an absolute game changer. It's sometimes called a meta prompt. You're telling the AI who to be before you tell it what to do. You are an expert copywriter. You are a senior data scientist. It's like giving an actor their character motivation before the scene starts. It totally shapes every single word that follows, making the whole thing so much more relevant and on-toed. All right, next up, number 13. This one is all about subtraction, which might sound a little weird, but it's all about telling the AI what not to do. It's about setting really clear boundaries. This is a super powerful trick called negative prompting. Are you sick of getting a bunch of definitions you didn't ask for? Just tell it, don't include definitions. Or maybe write a product description, but do not use any marketing cliches. It's like a filter that just cleans up the output and keeps the AI laser-focused on what you actually want. But what happens when you have a really big, complex task? Well, that's where number 14 comes in. Here's the secret. AI models are way better at short sprints than they are at running a full marathon. So you don't ask them to run the whole race at once. What you're seeing here is a technique called prompt chaining. Instead of a huge prompt like, "write me a complete business plan," you break it down.
First, you ask, outline the executive summary for a business plan about X. Then, you take that output, and in your next prompt, you say, based on this executive summary, write the market analysis. You chain the tasks together, one by one. It works so much better.
Okay, this next one is a really clever, kind of under the radar technique. You actually turn the tables on the AI. Instead of giving it all the information up front, you ask it to help you figure it out. Like in the example from our source, I want to write a book. Ask me up to 10 questions to help me figure out the concept. This changes the AI from being just a tool to being a real creative partner.
Okay, but what if you need something really structured, like a table for a spreadsheet or a nicely formatted list? You don't need to know any fancy code. You can use what's called pseudo formatting. Just give it a simple template like you see here using pipes or dashes. For example, name, benefit, audience. The AI will understand that structure and spit out a perfect table for you, ready to copy and paste.
Whew. Okay, we have covered a ton of ground, right? From the absolute basics to some seriously pro-level secrets. So now let's boil it all down into a simple, powerful toolkit that you can start using on your very next prompt. So let's boil it all down. Here it is, your 3-point checklist for getting amazing results every single time. 1, give your AI a role. Tell it who to be. 2, provide rich context. And if you can, give it an example of what good looks like. And 3, if it's a big job, break it down into a chain of smaller prompts. That's it. That's the recipe.
You know, when you zoom out, this all comes down to a huge shift in how we think. We have to stop treating these AIs like a simple search engine and start treating them like a powerful, creative collaborator. Remember, the goal isn't just to ask a question anymore. It's to provide that detailed, creative brief. You're the director. So now you have the tools. You have the framework. You know how to go from being a generic user to being an expert AI director. The only limit now is the quality of your instructions. So the real question isn't what the AI can do for you anymore. It's, now that you're the director, what are you going to create?